Hi guys, welcome to MS Power Automate. In today's video, we will learn how to create a dynamic selectors. Firstly, I would like to create an exercise related to RPA challenge. As you can see here, for each time I hit the submit button, the text field is changed. So over here, I already downloaded the Excel file. We're going to do a loop. For each of the row, we will input all these values and click the submit button. So let's start with launch Excel. Followed by get first free row. And then we're going to read Excel worksheet. Now, if you take a look here, we have the first name, last name, company, and etc. So from here, I'm going to get all these details and then we're going to populate the text field into the web. Okay, so start with for each row. Firstly, I've forgotten this tab, which we will need to launch a new Chrome and open RPA challenge. And then we like to maximize it. Save. Okay, so from here, when you click Add UI element, select the browser until this box highlighted. Control and left click. As you can see here, after I click done, it returns me an ID of IHCBW. Okay, so let's try. After I click submit again, if I click new, select it's a different ID. So let's say I try to click again. It will different ID. So how can we change this to dynamic? Basically, from this browser here, most of the time when you click edit selector, they are able to populate a certain common attribute. But for this case, even if I select this as RPA field first name, there are no options for me to select. So how can we identify that we are always typing onto the first name? So from here, The additional method, what you can do here is right click here. Okay, let me refresh this page. Right click first name and click inspect. So from here, you look for a common name that will never change. If I click submit again, okay, the label first name will always remain the same. So for in this case, instead of using the ID, we can use the label first name, but we copy this whole text. Okay, once copied, over here, you unselect this, and then over here, you remove this ID and paste. Over here, you can remove this. Click close. Okay, and then next, we would like to, let's rename this to first name. Okay, next, we're going to add another element for submit button. As you can see here, the next time when I run, the button will not be able to work. Okay, we got an error. It says this button class attribute is not found. So how can we improve this? If you take a look here, edit selectors, and then you compare it with the browser. If you click inspect, we are only using button UI color button. But over here, it selects multiple attributes. So what we can do here, we can uncheck this, and we only enable this portion because we are using the class. And make sure this type is exactly the same as when you see this tag. It's an input tag. Okay, so let's close this and I click update. Oops. Now let's try to run this again. Let me close all this browser first. Okay, it's taking some time. Right, so it's working now. However, I would like to demo a new part where you can create your own custom selectors. So from here, right, what I'm gonna do is, if you take a look at this first submit button, okay, we are using class button UI color button, right? Assuming that this class will always change. Okay, let's say we have class UI color button 123, and then obviously if we run this it will not work, right? However, you can do a additional selector where we get the type submit button. So from here I do a add element again. I select the submit button again, and then from here, let me try again. It's a bit laggy on my end. From here, right, what you can do is you add this tag type submit. Okay, so now you have two selectors. So if this doesn't work, it will try to get the second selector. So let's close this and then we try this again. Before that, let me try to add the close Excel so that it will not keep opening it. Okay, so it works. Now, let's create for the rest of the selectors for first name and all the way to complete all the selectors. Alright, so you have created your own dynamic selectors and custom selectors. So if you're keen to learn more, do remember to subscribe our channel as we have constant updates and tutorial videos on Microsoft Power Automate Desktop. Thank you.